I wanted to get real with you guys. I had a difficult time at the beach again this year because I miss getting sunburnt. I know that sounds ridiculous. Please let me know I'm not alone in this. I miss laying out in the sun, soaking up the sun waves. Oh, hi, I'm Sean, Melanoma Mom here. If we haven't met before, on this channel I do sunscreen reviews and talk about skin cancer because I had melanoma about 2 years ago and it drastically changed my life. So we went on our family vacation like we do most every year with my in-laws, and it was very challenging for me. It was challenging in what I chose to wear. I mixed up my outfits with UV clothing and linen because it's hot. We went to Myrtle Beach and in June. It's hot, it's humid, it's sticky. I knew we were going to be spending a lot of time in the pool. I wore swim leggings and a swim shirt. In the mornings, I did allow myself to wear swim shorts rather than swim leggings to walk on the beach because the UV, the highest it was like a 2 and a 3. But we were in the pool most days from 9. My family was in there probably from 9 to 12. I was in there in the pool from like 9 to 10:30, 11ish. We reapplied sunscreen, we wore sun hats, but it's depressing to wear full on leggings and long sleeves and a hat. Ugh, it's so hard. Please tell me you can relate to this. And then to watch my sister-in-law in a super cute swimsuit laying out on the lounge chair, reading a book, looking at her phone, sipping drinks. She did reapply sunscreen a lot. I noticed she was still burning, she was still getting brown, and I miss that. I miss that so much. Because when I got out of the water, I sat in the shade in a chair. There's no point in sitting in a lounger in the sun. It gives me anxiety. And some people would say, well, why don't you just wear sunscreen? Well, I did when the UV was low, but when we're there during high U, I mean, it got up to like 9, 10 in the mornings, the UV number, and I just didn't feel comfortable relying on my sunscreen. I'm doing a better job of that, but what if I missed an area? What if it wears off sooner than the packaging says? What if it's not the SPF that it claims to be? All of that. I did take HelioCare, which is a supplement that claims to prevent sunburns and UV damage. And I did not get sunburnt. There were times like my little UV shirt in the pool, I had belly skin showing around, which is the whitest of white. It hasn't seen the sunlight in years upon years. And it didn't get sunburnt, and I was in the sun. And I mean, I wore sunscreen, but I didn't get sunburnt. Normally I would turn pink and then go back to white. That didn't happen. My husband also took it. He did not get burned. I noticed my daughter and my son, we put sunscreen on them every 2 hours, and both of them still did get a tan. So I think the HelioCare did do something. I want to continue trying it. I've been using it probably for 3 weeks now. I don't feel like that's enough time to really give a full opinion on it. One evening I wore this outfit right here, which is an Athleta dress that's UPF 50. So it's very breezy, very light, highly recommend it. I wore bike shorts underneath it. My arms were exposed. The UV was only a 2. I think it started out as a 3 and then went down to a 2 while we were there, and I was out in the sun going in and out of shops. I did wear a hat. I did have, sunscreen on. I didn't burn, which was fantastic. I was nice and cool, but I was self-conscious about my scars, not just this one, but also the little tiny ones that are everywhere. I was self-conscious about how white I was, and I know a lot of you are going to say, well, why don't you use self-tanner? But for me, self-tanner, and I used to use self-tanner before I had melanoma skin cancer, but now I like to see if I got any color. it keeps me aware. Seeing how white my skin is keeps me aware that I need to continue reapplying sunscreen, and helps me monitor my skin. I do feel like I have slight color on my arms more than I normally do. You probably can't tell, but I can tell that it's concerning for me.